All right, good morning, guys. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing good. I'm back again, Gambia. This message is for Gambians, and I have a message for the Gambia Minister of Transport. Gambia Minister of Transport. And I made a research, and I got to know that the Minister of Transport in the Gambia, his name is Ibrahim Asila. Ibrahim Asila is a Gambian politician and a former journalist, media professional. Before entering into government roles, he worked as a correspondent in the Point Citizen FM and other Gambian media. Also served as a BBC correspondent. In 2017, he was appointed as Director General of Gambia Radio Television Service (GRTS). In 2018, he joined the cabinet as Minister of Information and Communication. On 4th May 2022, he was appointed Minister of Transport, Works and Infrastructure under President Adama Barrow. Now, I have a message for Minister Ibrahim Asila. Minister Ibrahim Asila, from my observation and also from my investigation, I got to understand that you have no clue about transportation and infrastructure. You have no clue about that. So I keep wondering how you became the Minister of Transport and Minister of Transport and Infrastructure. Because from my investigation, I got to know that you were, a journalist. You are a journalist anyway, So you have nothing to do with transportation and infrastructure. You have no clue about it. And we have seen clearly your incompetence about your job. And you need to be relieved of your job as soon as possible. To be honestly speaking, I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I'm not trying to, interfere in people's politics, but this is affecting me, is affecting every single person living in the Gambia. Okay, this morning, I woke up in the morning, I had to drop my children off school, and my wife is working in Banjul. I had to, decide to go to Banjul. I wanted to do something in Banjul, so I decided to go with my wife to Banjul. Do you know that when we were driving off from Brusubi, bro, if you see the crowd at Brusubi turntable, bro, people that are going to work. I told my wife today that people will go to work by 10 o'clock. Because of what? Because of transportation. Not just only in Brusubi, at Westfield. Sorry, not even at Westfield anyway. Not even just Westfield. Even at traffic light, Calabar traffic light, you see crowd. And I heard also that even at Brikama, you see crowd. People are looking for transportation to go to their normal businesses, to go to their job, to go to their businesses, to go to school. I've never seen this since I've been living in the Gambia for almost 15 years now. August next year, 16th of August next year will make me 15 years in the Gambia. I've never ever seen this type since I've been living in the Gambia. Transportation problem. Is Gambia lacking behind or Gambia moving forward? That's the question that I want to ask. Mr. Ibrahim Asila, you have failed in your job, you have failed in your service. You need to leave the job, resign, because you are incompetent. I'm sorry. You are totally incompetent. First of all, if you go to other nearby countries, these guys are traveling, for crying out loud. They do travel. They travel, they see how infrastructures are being, infrastructure development in other people's country, how transport. Now, for instance, I'm not even going far. Just go to Senegal here. During the time of Macky Sall, every single route in Senegal has their own bus. They have their own shuttle bus. Every single route. From Karan down to whatever, from Ziguinchor to Bignona, from Bignona, all those areas, there is a shuttle bus that is meant for those people, making sure that they relieve them from this, struggling of transportation. And this is what I expected of this, Gambia, transport minister. Is he not seeing what is happening? I don't know, this video may not go viral, but sincerely speaking, I found the need to even make this video. I didn't want to talk about it, but I found the need to do it. This is uncalled for. You can't complain about the fund. There is fund here in Gambia. You are making money. The taxes are high. We know how much we are paying for electricity. We know how much we are paying for water bills. We know how much we are paying. Taxes is high. We are paying taxes. So we deserve basic amenities. Provide transportation, for crying out loud. Mr. Ibrahim Asila, I'm sorry, you failed in your job. You deserve to resign. That's all I can say. I don't know if Barrow is getting information about what is going on. I don't know. Barrow is not before he came to power, he wasn't that rich man that would say he only sits in the office and he don't know what's going on, or he only sits in his house. He was a rich man. Barrow wasn't a rich man. Barrow was he was an estate agent. So he should get to understand what the people need. At this point in time, in this 21st century, 2025, other countries are developing, bringing electric buses, enhancing transportation, making sure that people will know there will be no struggle in transportation. And people are struggling. And it seems like it's normal. If you go to Bruce in the morning, bro, you will cry. You see how people are struggling, and the worst part of it is that these taxi drivers don't want to do their job. They put pride. The bus drivers, they put pride in their job, making the transportation very difficult for the citizens, and not only the citizens, even the people living here. So what is going on? And I've seen social media platform, nobody is even saying anything about this. People are quiet. It seems like, yeah, it's a normal thing. Like I always say, when evil stays for a year, it becomes a norm. It becomes a culture. So people see suffering here as a normal thing. Have you traveled? Listen, if you travel to Senegal, if you're opportune to travel to Senegal, and you come back and weep for this country. If you travel to Senegal, you will come back and weep for this country. And the worst part of it is that there is no feeder road in the Gambia. All the feeder road are nothing to write home about. The ones that Barrow is doing now, he's just doing to fat so that he can be able to, people can be able to acknowledge him and say, yeah, let's vote him again. Look at, there is a road that is built opposite Mameja Junction. There is one feeder road that Barrow built, just reconstructed or constructed opposite Mameja Junction at Bijilo. Have you seen the entrance of that road? When it rains, you can't drive on that road. I mean, that is a newly constructed road. You are building a road that without a proper drainage. You are giving anyhow people contract to come and build road without looking for proper engineers. This is the problem that we have. I'm sorry, guys. I'm pissed off. That is why my voice is very high. I'm sorry, but to be honestly speaking, Mr. Ibrahim Silla, the transport minister, have failed this country. He has failed in his job, and he deserves to resign from his duty. To be honestly speaking, you can't give me any tangible reason. This is not about opposition. This is not about witch hunting. This is not about speaking against the leader. This is about somebody that has failed in his job. Mr. Ibrahim and politicians don't like people to talk about them. But to be honest, this is not about politics. This is not about favoritism. This is about reality. Mr. Ibrahim Silla, you failed yourself. You failed your country. You failed your family. You failed yourself. For crying out loud. Are you not seeing what is happening? How people are struggling to go to work, how people are struggling to go to their businesses, how students are struggling to go to school. During Jammeh regime, this kind of thing can never happen. Jammeh provided buses for students free of charge. Where are those buses today? Why not tell your president to go to China and import electric buses? Import them in numbers. If you cannot do it, bring investors to come and do it. This is how they are doing it in Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau open transport businesses for foreigners to come in, bring their own buses and do businesses there. Enhance transportation in Guinea-Bissau. And that is how it's supposed to be here. If you know that you cannot be able to handle it, this country is just barely 3 million population. For crying out loud. Barely 3 million. This is a small country, one of the smallest country in Africa and in the world. And you guys cannot manage this country? This country should be like Dubai. If you guys manage this country, don't give me an excuse that we don't have oil. In 21st century, nobody is even talking about oil again. Nobody is talking about, we are talking about, we are talking about innovation. We are talking about oil. Oil is thing of the past. I mean, where are we going from here, for crying out loud? Ibrahim Silla, you failed yourself. You failed yourself and you need to resign from your job. If you go to Brusubi, you will cry, you will weep, you will cry. And if you see the way these bus drivers are treating people, if you see the way taxi drivers are treating people, you get to understand my pain, where I'm coming from. To be honestly speaking, Gambians, wake up. 2026 is around the corner. Wake up from your slumber. Do the right thing. Go to the pool and cast your vote wisely. Don't be deceived. That's the only thing I can say here. Thank you very much. I'm out. If I don't give a fuck about anything that happens next, but I will speak my truth, and my truth shall set me free. Thank you very much, and see you guys in the next one.